my song. Let's sing it. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Come on, it's gonna be fucking awesome. You know the words. It's gonna be fucking awesome. That's insane. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Yeah!
It's Comic Book Day, everybody. That's right. Wednesday is when new comics hit the stands at comic book stores, and it's no different here on Coolest Alive. I'm your host, Jesse Blaze Snider, professional comic book journeyman writer who's worked for every major publisher in comics, including Marvel, DC, Image, and more. Over the past 3 decades, I have studied the greatest comic books ever made to improve my craft, and now I open the doors of my memory to you so that you may benefit from the storehouse of greatness that I have read throughout my life. I love this art form. It's the single greatest there is, and today we are going to celebrate it. Monday, we were listening to some Twisted Sister, their You Can't Stop Rock and Roll album, their second album, one of my favorites of all time. And if you love music, you should also be listening to my music-focused podcast, All Your Favorite Bands Suck, celebrating 53 of my favorite bands of all time, 54 if you include the latest episode for Grandson, and so many different genres. If you love music, you should check that out, or check out all the Monday episodes that we've been putting out over the past bunch of weeks for Coolest Alive. And by the way, that show, All Your Favorite Bands Suck, it's available everywhere except for Spotify right now. We'll be coming back to Spotify, but you'll have to find that outside of Spotify. Yesterday, we were celebrating the best in animation, with an underappreciated gem, DreamWorks' Over the Hedge, starring Bruce Willis and Gary Shandling and Steve Carell. Fucking great one. Tomorrow, it's going to be our usual live-action film or TV celebration with Cool Hand Luke, one of my favorite movies of all time. And Wildcard Friday is going to talk about the role-playing game, the pen and paper role-playing game of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and After the Bomb, which is like the non-licensed version of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, put out by Palladium Books. I'm excited about that. I'm somebody who loves pen and paper role-playing games, and I've been wanting to talk about them and try to turn some people onto those things, and it seemed like a good excuse to do it since we just talked about it with the Ninja Turtles thing a little bit the other day. Finally, Saturday's Mother Show. It could be anything. No, really, it could just be 2 things. There's a new episode of The Muppet Show produced by Disney Plus that was really wonderful, and I'm looking forward to talking about that. But also, this past Monday, I went to Toy Fair, and I want to talk about that. So I think this Saturday we're going to be talking about that, and Saturday after that we'll be talking about The Muppet Show. The Saturday Mother Show is always wonderful. There's tons of great episodes from recent memory. Star Trek and Star Wars episode recently, and a Masters of the Universe trailer episode recently. If any of that sounds fun to you, you should go check it out. Plus, if you need me, you can reach out, JBS at blacklightdistrict.studio. That's my company. We make awesome comic books and music. Read and listen to King of Kings #1, in fact, and hear the award-winning promotional single Fight to the Death featuring lead vocals from D. fucking Snider. Or go check out one of our other fucking awesome comic books and music projects now for free at blacklightdistrict.studio. Okay, we're finally getting there to talk about my favorite art form, comic books, but I must delay the game one more time just to say I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening to our awesome fucking show and helping to make it what it is becoming. Care Bear stare to you all. And as my daughter Parker Pride likes to say, you my best. All right. Now let's crack open one of the most wonderful comic books ever created. It's Preacher, Volume 1, Gone to Texas, written by Garth Ennis, illustrated by Steve Dillon, colored by Matt Hollingsworth, edited by Stuart Moore. I think actually Axel Alonso had something to do with this earlier on in the run before he left DC. This came out in 1996. The first volume collects issues 1 through 7. I did not read them in individual issue form. I read them as a trade paperback. This was recommended to me as one of the great comics that was published under DC Comics' Vertigo imprint, and it was. Especially for me at the time, I become a much more spiritual person, and I have a lot more of a religious sort of, not religious, but a lot more room for religion in the conversation in my heart and mind about reality. So I'm more open to those concepts than I was. At the time, I was very closed to those concepts. And this was just such a up my alley sort of thing because it was trying to poke some holes and question some of that narrative of, like, you know, the Jesus Christ narrative and all that stuff. And it was just sort of like the perfect book for me at the time. I think it still holds up, and it still captures a certain atheist sort of mindset take on religion that I think is worthwhile and worth people's time, and very funny, very shocking. This book just, I mean, it has so many moments. It's really just over the top and wonderful. The cover art by Glenn Fabre is amazing. This is one of the defining titles of 1990s Vertigo from DC Comics. It was a long-running series. It lasted 66 issues, went from 95 to 2000, with some other little extra bells and whistles. Consistent trade paperback and omnibus reprints on this thing, so you should be able to find it pretty easy. I have given away more copies of this graphic novel than any other. I like for presents, for Christmas, for birthdays, lending it to people and often never getting it back. I always had extra copies of Gone to Texas, Volume 1 of Preacher, because I believed that many people had no idea that comic books could be anything like this. R-rated, over the fucking top. I mean, really just, like, R-rated is not enough of a thing to say about this book. It just goes places and does things that generally are not done or gone to. It's really next level. It was adapted into an AMC TV series 2016 to 2019. From what I saw and whatnot, I was not a fan of that. I don't recommend it, but I do recommend this book. It's been a very strong seller for DC over the years, and more than just me have been recommending the collected editions and the omnibus or whatever else. It mixes Western horror, theology, and like dark comedy, and ultimately follows preacher Jesse Custer, who is possessed by an entity known as Genesis. Genesis is the offspring of an angel and a demon. And essentially, the problem or the worry with Genesis is that because an angel is all good and a demon is all bad, and an angel and a demon's offspring would represent balance and the all-powerful, things of the angel and the demon, but in balance, the good and the bad in balance. And that threatens to kill God. It's known for its extreme violence, satire, religious commentary. It helped solidify Garth Ennis' reputation post working on Hellblazer. From here he went on to work on The Punisher and so many other things. I loved his Nick Fury shit. I'm a big fan of Ennis. He's a big military guy. Like, he loves military stuff, and there's lots of fun stuff in there, mixing in like military stuff. The book really follows him and his two best friends, which is his serious girlfriend who who basically they broke up and then they kind of like hate each other, love each other kind of thing. Tulip, she's a badass with a gun, kind of crazy lady out of a Quentin Tarantino movie. And you've got Cassidy, who I actually named my oldest son. Cassidy West is named after Cassidy because I'm that big of a preacher fan. And Cassidy and Jesse's relationship I loved. Unfortunately, the relationship with Cassidy is that Cassidy ends up, is basically somebody that Jesse can't exactly rely on. Is a bit unreliable, despite the fact that Jesse and him are very good friends and get along very well and enjoy each other's company. The friendship, the romance, the things that are on display here, and all of the dark stuff that's on display are just done so well. You'll really revel in Jesse and Cassidy's relationship that gets going right here in the beginning of the book. This whole book. It's one of the best in terms of like getting a series off the ground, getting it running, getting it moving, having enough things happen that matter to the audience that we're like, going to follow along with it from here on. And this gets the whole thing going, and you get the origin of Jesse Custer and why this preacher ultimately left his congregation, what happened to him when Genesis took possession of his body, and then what's been happening as sort of investigation and whatnot has been going on into what went down with his congregation, and the fact that this Genesis being cared about by higher beings on the planet. What are they going to do about this? And in particular, they send this ancient Old West bounty hunter after Jesse Custer, known as the Saint of Killers. And the Saint of Killers is a really great character, kind of inspired by Clint Eastwood's Unforgiven and other stuff. There's a great, the follow-up, maybe third or fourth trade paperback that like you'll come across in the volumized things, is a miniseries that there's a couple, there's like one-shots and miniseries that tell the story of some of these bad guys in the book, including the Saint of Killers. And the Saint of Killers origin is super fun and whatever else. That's a conversation for another day, because here we're mainly talking about Preacher Volume 1. But the Saint of Killers is introduced. Arseface is, I believe, introduced in this first arc, who is a kid who tries to commit suicide because of Kurt Cobain accidentally blows a hole in his face, but survives, and his face looks like an arse. There is a lot of characters who are introduced to establish this thing, agents of various organizations. Her Star, the leader of the bad guy organization, who eventually gets a scar on his head that makes him look a little like a penis. It's very funny. Preacher, man. Preacher is one of my favorite comic books that have ever been created, and the full story is seen to the end. It is consistent to the end, consistently good to the end. For people who like The Life of Brian and other things that poke fun at religion, and just have have some wiggle room and some humor about religious topics, you guys in particular will absolutely love this thing. I cannot recommend it to you any more than I think I already have. So without further ado, I'm going to wrap this show up. If you don't conspiracy with me every Sunday on my podcast, Everything They Don't Want You to Know, well, you should. Find out where we're creeping up on 500,000 downloads a month and rising. It's because it's good. That's why. Plus, if you love music, you need to check out our third podcast, All Your Favorite Bands Suck. It's available everywhere but Spotify, celebrating every genre of music and eventually all my favorite bands in the world. There's 53 bands so far and still a lot more to come. And actually, I guess 54 now that I've added Grandson, one of my most favorite contemporary music artists, to the list just recently. Anyway, that's it. You can go. Get out of here. I love you guys, but geez, come on. You've gotten so clingy. Should I even be giving out my email address anymore? This is getting weird. No, I'm just kidding. It's jbs@blacklightdistrict.studio. Thank you all for listening to the end. I'll see you tomorrow celebrating one of the best films I've ever seen on another fucking awesome episode of The Coolest Alive. Love you guys. Peace out. You've been listening to Coolest Alive with me, your host, Jesse Blaze Snider. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more excellent entertainment recommendations. Thanks for listening.
It's gonna be fucking awesome. Come on, it's gonna be fucking awesome. You know the words. It's gonna be fucking awesome. That's it, see. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Yeah! It's my favorite part! Isn't it heavy? I played that! It's gonna be fucking awesome! Coolest alive! It's gonna be fucking awesome! Stay with your tribe! It's gonna be fucking awesome! Revenge of the Geeks! It's gonna be fucking awesome. Week after weeks. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Laughing with you. It's gonna be fucking awesome. And cry sometimes too. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Spelling it out. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Making you shout. I'm a genius. I got lyrics coming out me bum for days. You like that? It's a kazoo solo. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Talking some shit. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Living the shit. My voice is gonna be fucking awesome. Food in our mouth. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Get in the mouth. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Tell all your friends. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Call right or text. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Raising the bar. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Straight to the stars. It's gonna be fucking awesome. It's starting soon. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Passing the moon. It's gonna be fucking awesome. On with the show. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Ready, set, go.
It's got to be fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. It's gotta be fucking awesome. Just wait. You'll see. You'll all see.
You'll all see.
The podcast playground. All right.